مزدوری بیگانگان رو تحمل نمیکنه.
What if I told you that the most powerful man in Iran for 36 years was buried in a secret grave that no one is allowed to visit? 40 days after his death, the world still doesn't know where his body lies. This is the story of Ayatollah Ali Khamenei, the revolutionary cleric who rose from poverty and torture to become the absolute ruler of 85 million people. And his final chapter may be the strangest of all. Ali Hosseini Khamenei was born on April 19th, 1939 in the holy city of Mashhad, Iran, into a modest religious family. His father was a cleric. As a young student in Qom, the center of Shiite scholarship, he fell under the tutelage of a man who would change his life, Ayatollah Ruhollah Khomeini. Khamenei studied the doctrine of Vilayat-e-Faqih, the guardianship of the Islamic jurist, which argued that religious scholars should hold ultimate political power. During the 1960s and 1970s, Khamenei joined the anti-Shah opposition movement. He was repeatedly arrested, tortured, and spent 3 years in internal exile by the Shah's secret police, Savak. His commitment during those dark years cemented his revolutionary credentials. Then came 1979. The Islamic Revolution overthrew the Shah. Khamenei emerged as one of Khomeini's most trusted officials, serving as deputy defense minister and Tehran's Friday prayer leader, a position that blended religious authority with political visibility. In 1981, disaster struck. A bomb hidden inside a tape recorder exploded as Khamenei was speaking at a mosque in Tehran. The blast severely injured him, leaving his right arm permanently paralyzed for the rest of his life. Just months later, he was elected president of Iran, winning 95% of the vote. He served 2 terms from 1981 to 1989, leading Iran through the devastating 8-year Iran-Iraq War, which claimed an estimated 1 million lives. Then came the moment that would define his legacy. On June 3rd, 1989, Ayatollah Khomeini died. Iran faced a leadership crisis. Khomeini's original successor had been sidelined. The assembly of experts turned to Khamenei, but there was a massive problem. He lacked the highest religious rank of Marja al-Taqlid, normally required for the position, so the constitution was quietly amended to lower the requirements. Khamenei was elevated to Ayatollah and selected as supreme leader. Even Khamenei himself initially argued he wasn't qualified, but power doesn't ask for permission. As supreme leader, Khamenei held ultimate authority over Iran's armed forces, the Revolutionary Guard, IRGC, the judiciary, state media, and foreign policy. He stood above the president, above parliament, above the law itself.
میخوان این کشور رو تصرف کنن همچنانی که قبلا تصرف داشت.
Over the next 3 decades, he strengthened the IRGC into a military and economic empire, oversaw Iran's nuclear program, and extended Iranian influence across Iraq, Syria, Lebanon, and Yemen through proxy forces. He crushed the Green Movement protests in 2009, survived the Masa Amini uprising in 2022, and watched 6 presidents come and go, while he remained untouchable. But Khamenei's final years were consumed by one question: who would succeed him? His second son, Mojtaba Khamenei, a reclusive but powerful figure with deep ties to the IRGC, was widely believed to be the chosen heir. Critics feared Iran was becoming a clerical dynasty. Then came the cataclysm. On February 28, 2026, the first day of the 12-day war, a massive joint US-Israeli airstrike targeted Tehran. At 9:40 a.m., the exact moment the war began, bombs struck Khamenei's official residence. He was killed instantly, along with his daughter, son-in-law, a grandchild, and a daughter-in-law. Iranian state media confirmed his death the following day. The regime declared 40 days of national mourning, but then came the strangest chapter. Even after 40 days, a sacred period in Shia tradition that typically involves visiting the grave, Iran had still not revealed where Khamenei was buried. His tomb remains a state secret.
با خون چند صد هزار انسان شریف روی کار آمده.
Yet the 40-day memorial ceremony was held not at a mosque or shrine, but at a church in Tehran, St. Sarkis Cathedral, a move that drew widespread ridicule and criticism online. Critics pointed out the bitter irony. A regime that had long denied families of protesters the right to proper burials was now hiding its own leader's grave. On March 9, 2026, just over a week after his death, the Assembly of Experts appointed Mojtaba Khamenei as the 3rd supreme leader of Iran. The Islamic Republic had officially become a clerical dynasty. Mujtaba has since ruled from the shadows, delivering only written messages read by state television announcers, while speculation swirls about his health and whereabouts.
جدیتون در امر پیشرفت کشور رو حفظ کنید. وحدتتون رو حفظ کنید.
The man who once said nothing about succession now has his son sitting on the throne. Ali Khamenei's story teaches us one thing. Absolute power is not built on popularity, but on institutions, loyalty, and fear. He was once a young cleric tortured in the Shah's prisons. He died as the man who had the final say on war, peace, and the fate of millions. But today, even in death, he remains a mystery. No grave, no tombstone, just a secret buried with him. We end with Khamenei's own words, spoken at a Friday prayer sermon years ago. The enemy's goal is to make us doubt our path, but we will not bend, we will not break, we will continue until the end. What do you think? Will Mujtaba Khamenei hold on to his father's throne, or is this the beginning of the end for the Islamic Republic? Subscribe to MiniBio for more untold stories of power. Thanks for watching.